今回のビデオはイギリス英語のレッスンとしてではなくニュースとして聞き流してください。一応日本語訳をつけておきましたので参考にしてください。ボリス首相は1月15日コロナウイルス感染症対策に関する声明で1月18日月曜日から英国へのすべての旅行回廊を一時停止すると発表しました。
As you know, this country is engaged in the biggest and fastest vaccination program in our history, and the chances are that you know someone personally who has already received a vaccine. But it would be fatal if this sense of progress were now to breed any kind of complacency, because the pressures on the NHS are extraordinary. On Tuesday, we saw 4,134 new admissions to hospital on a single day, the highest at any point in this pandemic. There are now more than 37,000 COVID patients in hospital across the UK, and in spite of all the efforts of our doctors and nurses and our medical staff, we're now seeing cancer treatments sadly postponed, ambulances queuing, and intensive care units spilling over into adjacent wards. And with 55,761 positive cases since yesterday, and very sadly 1,280 deaths, this is not the time for the slightest relaxation of our national resolve and our individual efforts. So please stay at home, please protect the NHS and save lives, and please remember that this disease can be passed on not just by standing too near someone in a supermarket queue, but also by handling something touched by an infected person. And remember also that 1 in 3 people with COVID have no symptoms, and that's why that original message of hands, face, space, washing your hands is as important now as it has ever been. And it's precisely because we have the hope of that vaccine and the risk of new strains coming from overseas that we must take additional steps now to stop those strains from entering the country. So yesterday we announced that we're banning flights from South America and Portugal, and to protect us against the risk of as yet unidentified new strains, we will also temporarily close all travel corridors from 0400 hours on Monday. Following conversations with the devolved administrations, we will act together so that this applies across the whole of the UK. This means that if you come to this country, you must have proof of a negative COVID test that you have taken in the 72 hours before leaving, and you must have filled in your passenger locator form, and your airline will ask for proof of both before you take off. You may also be checked when you land and face substantial fines for refusing to comply, and upon arrival you must then quarantine for 10 days, not leaving your home for any reason at all, or take another test on day 5 and wait for proof of another negative result. And we will be stepping up our enforcement both at the border and in country. And it's vital to take these extra measures now when, as I say, day by day, hour by hour, we are making such strides in protecting the population